In this video, we're going to revise substitution in expressions. Okay, so here's an example. If x is equal to 3 and y is equal to negative 2, we need to work out what 4x minus 3y is equal to. Alright, so I'm going to substitute x as 3 and I'm going to substitute y as negative 2, and I must always substitute in brackets. Okay, so here's my substitution step. I do get a mark for the step, so you must show it. Alright, so I need to remember when I'm working with substitution, I need to use BODMAS. So I'm not going to subtract first, I'm first going to multiply. Okay, so I'm going to say 4 times 3 will give me 12. And I'm going to say negative 3 times negative 2 will give me positive 6. Okay, alternatively, you could have also done this. So you could have said, so left the negative and just said 3 times negative 2 will give me negative 6. And then a negative times a negative gives me a positive. Okay, so that's how I got the positive 6. Then 12 plus 6 will give me 18. Alright, example 2. In this example, there are two y's, and you just need to know that both of the y's are equal to the same thing. Okay, so in this case here, both of them will be equal to negative 2. Okay, so I do my substitution step, which I get a mark for, and I substitute in brackets. Then I need to follow BODMAS. Okay, so according to BODMAS, I always work with my exponents before I do any multiplication. So before I say 3 times 3, I need to get rid of this exponent. So I first need to square the 3. So I need to say 3 squared is 9. Then I can only multiply it. Okay, same thing with this last term here. I first need to square the negative 2, and then I can only take my answer and multiply it by 2. Alright, so if I square those things, so I'm going to say 3 squared is 9, and negative 2 squared is positive 4, because you've got negative times a negative is a positive. Then I can multiply, so 3 times 9 times negative 2, that will give me negative 54, and then 2 times 4 is equal to 8. Okay, if I add those, I'm going to get negative 46. Let's do another example. Alright, example 3, I'm working with brackets, subtraction, and exponents. Okay, so I substitute in brackets, so I've got 3 minus minus 2, so the two negatives being multiplied give me a positive. So I've got 3 plus 2, which is equal to 5, and only once I've now finished everything in the brackets, I can square the 5, which will give me 25. Example 4. Alright, in example 4, I've got x cubed plus y cubed, so I substitute again in brackets. My x is still 3, my y is still negative 2. So 3 cubed is equal to 27. And negative 2 cubed is equal to negative 8, because you've got negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. And the plus and the minus, when I multiply them together, will give me a negative. So 27 minus 8 gives me 19. Let's do one final example. Alright, in the expression, what is the value of the expression if x is equal to negative 2? Okay, so I write down my expression, and wherever there's an x, I put negative 2 in brackets. Okay, so again, I can't multiply first. So the temptation is to say negative 5 times negative 2 and then cube that answer. No, first cube the negative 2 and then multiply by 5. So negative 2 cubed is equal to negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2, which is equal to negative 8. Negative 2 squared will be negative 2 times negative 2, which is positive 4. So this is what I've got. Okay, so I've simplified that cube to become negative 8. I've simplified here, negative 2 squared is 4. And then over here I've simplified because I've said plus and minus. When I multiply a plus and a minus, I just get a negative, okay, and a minus. Alright, then I can start multiplying. So negative 5 times negative 8 is 40. 3 times 4 is 12. Alright, when you get to this step, if you've only got addition and subtraction in your expression, you just work from left to right. Okay, so don't try and say 2 minus 1 first and all that stuff. You literally just go 40 plus 12, okay, that's 52, minus 2, minus 1 will give me 49. Alright, there is a exercise for you to do, so please complete that, and then if you have any questions, you can just post them on Google. Thanks, guys.